Thank you for, what I'm sure is going to be a long and interesting day. And usually I have the spot right before lunch, which is a great reason to be short and sweet. And I guess being first in the morning is also a good reason to be short and sweet. So um, what I kind of did is a little handout of what our grant request is likely to be this year. We're still flushing out a few things, as you can imagine, but also kind of wanted to talk about these elements are essentially fairly standard part of our program, kind of the key elements of our program. Obviously, the funding through the Idaho Travel Council through this grant program is critically important to so many of us destination marketing organizations. So the first element is fulfillment, and that's just sort of the nitty-gritty of, basically postage and phone and our mail house. And just to give you an idea of our results to date, our fiscal year runs October through September, so that's kind of how we track our numbers. But we printed 45,000 of our getaway guides this year, which were out in distribution and mailed. We've assisted over 4,300 callers with information. We've assisted over 17,000 people in the Visitor Information Center. And I would like to mention, for those of you who don't know, we did finally move into our new Visitor Center location right in the center of town where the Visitor Information Center ought to be. And so we are right now on Sun Valley Road and East Avenue adjacent to the town plaza. So we've already seen, even though we moved in March 1st and we didn't have the greatest March on record, and of course now we're in our little bit of a slow season, but our foot traffic to the Visitor Center is already up substantially, so people are finding it, and I think that'll really be a help. And then we also sent another 3,000 callers additional requests for information. We continue, this is the same everywhere, but we can continue to see the phone calls go down as far as phone calls saying, send me a brochure, because so many people are going on the web. But believe me, there's still plenty of people out there who, want additional information mailed to them. So the printed materials are still important. So element 2, brochures and literature. This really primarily is our getaway guide, which is the all-season guide. I think you've all seen copies of that. I'm sorry I didn't bring them here today, but it's our planner for Sun Valley, Ketchum. We do this also in a partnership for the last couple of years with the Haley Chamber. So it really covers the entire Wood River Valley. And, it's got details on everything there is to do and lodging, and it's also a key sales piece. But the idea, and we've done this as a year-round planner for a number of years with the idea that, we are a year-round resort. If people only know us for skiing, maybe they, get our materials or are on our website and seeing all the things we have going on in the spring and the fall and the summer. So trying to cross-promote is what we tend to do. So we really try to distribute that pretty widely. It goes out to ski shows, it goes out to travel shows, it goes to other visitor information centers around the region, and obviously it also gets mailed. The third element, our website, we continue to put a lot of resources into enhancing our website. As the virtual brochure, we all know how critically important it is. We spend, as part of that, the search engine optimization feature, so we're continually working with keywords. So if somebody is Googling something on Sun Valley or Ketchum, or then it doesn't matter what the subject is, we're coming up, top 3 listings on the organic search, which is really important. And then the web enhancements, we have a new email program that we've been using over the last year, which really allows us to track so many elements of who's looking at it, who's receiving it. We have able to segment it, so we can send out an arts e-news to people who have just said, I want information on the arts, or a fishing, or segmenting it by niches, which is really important. We are adding an element of an iBrochure. a calendar. We've got a extensive calendar of events on the website, and we're continuing to tweak how that information comes up so it's very, very user-friendly. We're adding elements like the RSS feed, virtual tour videos. We're working in conjunction with a local company here, Plum TV, and actually they have done a lot of footage on various events and various activities, and we're going to try to be embedding a lot more video on the website for people. And then, of course, just the hosting and maintenance fees and support. So currently, we're getting about 15,000 unique web visits a month, and we have about 50,000 subscribers to our various travel tips e-news. And last year we added a booking widget, Jackrabbit. Some of you guys know about that. It's a Expedia Travelocity search by date hotel feature that works with the different properties, so we can have that feature on our website, which is pretty standard now for people looking for places to stay. They want to search by date and see what shows up and see what the rates are and do some comparisons. And then, of course, we've gotten into the social networking in a fairly big way with a Facebook page. We now have 805 friends, and just a few months ago it was at 200. So that's kind of growing exponentially. And our Twitter account has got 288 followers, up from 14 just a couple of months ago. So we're tweeting at least once a day and sending out information on our Facebook, and I really see that that's an area we're going to continue to develop and really try to build. All right, number 3 is public relations. This continues to be a really big part of our program because it just gives the best bang for the buck. It's not always guaranteed, and I will say that, so many of these programs we work in conjunction with our other local community partners, whether it's a Sun Valley company who does, has a huge marketing and public relations program on their own. So I can't take credit for all of these results, but a good majority of them we've been involved with. And it has to do with, targeting your message and finding the publications or the online media sources to run your stories. Obviously, our grant request for this next year, we're going to get a little bit bigger into the photography and video. Very excited about the Regal 360 that you all are looking at as a project for the state and allowing local communities to co-op. I think the more and more we can develop those kinds of resources for people online, the better. Obviously, including beefing up our stock photography and also video segments.